Yo, have you ever felt like, man, I'm just not that smart, my grades suck? Hold up, don't be so quick to judge yourself. What if I told you you actually are smart, just not in the way schools usually measure? In today's video, we're diving into a super cool idea called multiple intelligences. It might just blow your mind and help you realize you're way more talented than you thought. Let's go. Alright squad, let's take it back a bit. This whole multiple intelligences thing was introduced by a Harvard psychologist named Howard Gardner back in 1983. He looked at the way schools were measuring intelligence, mostly through math, logic, and language, and went, hold up, that's way too narrow. People are complex. So, he came up with a new way of looking at intelligence. And honestly, it makes way more sense. Gardner said there's not just one kind of intelligence, but actually a bunch of them. Each person has a unique combo. That means even if you're not great at math or writing essays, you could still be smart in other ways. Let's break it down. Gardner identified 9 different types of intelligence. Let's see which ones you vibe with. 1. Logical mathematical intelligence. This one's for the problem solvers, the puzzle masters, the future coders and scientists. If you love numbers, patterns, or cracking codes, this could be your jam. You probably ask a lot of why questions and love figuring stuff out. 2. Linguistic or verbal intelligence. Are you that person who loves talking, writing, or maybe even rapping? Got away with words? Then this one's for you. You might enjoy journaling, poetry, storytelling, or just arguing. Respectfully, of course. 3. Visual spatial intelligence. Got a sharp eye? Can you picture things in 3D in your head? You might be good at drawing, map reading, or even rearranging furniture in your room like a pro. This kind of intelligence is common among architects, designers, and gamers too. 4. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Can't sit still? Always moving? That might be a good thing. People with this type of smarts learn best by doing. Maybe you're into sports, dance, or even fixing stuff. You understand the world through touch and motion. 5. Musical intelligence. Does your brain light up when you hear a beat? Can you remember a song after hearing it once? Then this is your zone. You might be a natural at instruments, singing, beatboxing, or composing. Your ears are your superpower. 6. Interpersonal intelligence. You're the people person. You can read emotions like an open book and know just what to say. Maybe you're the therapist friend of the group, or you're great at teamwork, leadership, and making others feel seen and heard. 7. Intrapersonal intelligence. This one's all about knowing yourself. You're deep, reflective, and You might like journaling, meditating, or just thinking about the meaning of life. You don't always need a crowd. You're cool, chilling with your thoughts. 8. Naturalistic intelligence. Nature lovers, rise up. If you love being outdoors, care about animals, plants, or the environment, this might be your superpower. You probably enjoy hiking, gardening, or just staring at the clouds. You feel connected to the earth. 9. Existential intelligence. Okay, this one's a little extra deep. You're the kind of person who asks big questions like, what's the purpose of life? Or why do we exist? If you're into philosophy, religion, or big picture thinking, this might be your lane. Now, here's the real deal. None of these intelligences are better than the others. Just because someone is a math whiz doesn't mean they're smarter than a dancer, a musician, or a people person. Society and school often praise certain types more, like logical and linguistic intelligence. So if you're good at those, cool. But if you're not, that doesn't make you less smart. It just means your brain works differently. And that's awesome. Alright, now the fun part. How do you figure out which intelligence or intelligences you have? Ask yourself these questions. What do I enjoy doing the most? When do I feel like I'm in the zone? What kinds of tasks do people say I'm good at? How did I like to play when I was younger? Your answers will give you clues. And here's the cool part. You're probably a mix of a few intelligences. Like, maybe you're musical and interpersonal, or kinesthetic and naturalistic. The combo makes you unique. This isn't just a cool theory to take a quiz about and forget. Okay, understanding your type of intelligence can totally change your life. Here's why. You stop comparing yourself. Once you realize there are many ways to be smart, you stop feeling like you're not good enough just because you don't fit the academic mold. You learn better. Knowing how your brain works means you can study or learn in ways that actually make sense for you. Hate reading? Maybe you're more visual. Try diagrams or videos. You find the right career. Why? Force yourself into a job you hate just because it sounds prestigious. If you're a natural communicator, you might thrive in media or education. If you're bodily kinesthetic, maybe a career in sports or physical therapy is your lane. You understand others better. Some people need silence to focus, others need movement. Some express themselves through words, others through painting or music. When you get this, you become more patient, more empathetic, and more open-minded. Look, the world doesn't just need scientists and engineers, it also needs artists, farmers, counselors, actors, storytellers, and adventurers. There's a place for you. Whatever your intelligence combo is, it matters. The world needs your voice, your skills, your way of seeing things. You don't have to be amazing at everything. You just need to find that one area where you shine and run with it. Yep, here's the other awesome part. You're not stuck with just one or two. You can actually develop the others too. Want to boost your intelligence? Try these tips. Logicomath types? Practice puzzles, coding apps, or logical games like Sudoku. Linguistic types. Write stories, start a blog, or join a debate club. Visual spatial types. Doodle design in Canva or build stuff in Minecraft. Kinesthetic types. Learn through dance tutorials, DIY projects, or sports. Musical types. Try making music with apps like GarageBand or FL Studio. Interpersonal types. Join group activities, volunteer, or start conversations with strangers. Intrapersonal types. Journal daily, try meditation apps, or take personality tests. Naturalistic types. Plant something, seriously, or take nature walks and observe. Existential types. Read philosophy, or have deep convos with people who think like you. Here's the bottom line. You are intelligent. Maybe not in the way your school said you should be, but in your own way. Gardner flipped the script and gave us permission to see intelligence as more than test scores. And that's a huge deal. So don't beat yourself up for not being a math genius or a grammar nerd. Find your zone, own it, grow it, and share it with the world. Hit that like button if you learned something today, and drop a comment telling us which intelligence you relate to most. And hey, send this to a friend who needs a reminder that they're smart too, just in their own way. Catch you in the next video. And remember, the world needs all kinds of minds, including yours. Peace.